As we journey through life, certain signs of aging become pretty clear, right?
hmm
Maybe a new wrinkle here, a touch more gray in the hair there. But what if I told you that the most profound changes, the ones that truly shape your future health and how you experience getting older, are happening silently, deep inside your body, in places you can't even see?
Yeah, that's absolutely true. We often fixate on those visible markers, don't we?
We do.
But the transformative story of aging is often unfolding at a cellular level, totally out of sight, yet with just immense impact.
And today we're pulling back the curtain on one of the most profound of these hidden shifts. Forget wrinkles for a moment. Our clue for this deep dive is something silently unfolding in your very own blood. It involves a gene called DNMT3A.
Ah, yes, DNMT3A.
What we're learning about it isn't just surprising, it's like a fundamental rewrite of how we understand aging and, crucially, your future health.
It really is a fascinating piece of the puzzle. Understanding its subtle role, it truly helps us see how something microscopic can have such far-reaching implications for your long-term well-being.
Precisely. So for this deep dive, our mission is to help you decode the silent internal story. We're going to unpack this hidden process, understand its implications for you, and explore what it might mean for the future of aging and health.
Sounds good.
By the end, you'll hopefully have a new perspective on how a single, seemingly obscure gene might actually be shaping your future.
Okay, let's unpack this quiet revolution happening in your blood. First, the basics. Our blood is constantly being made in the bone marrow.
Right.
Think of it like an incredibly efficient, specialized factory, just, tirelessly churning out new red and white blood cells every single day.
And that factory relies on special, versatile workers,
Yeah.
stem cells. These are the real unsung heroes here.
Okay.
They're constantly replenishing your blood supply, making sure everything from, say, oxygen transport to your immune defense is running smoothly. But here's where it gets really intriguing. With age, something subtle almost imperceptible, can happen within this meticulously organized factory. A single stem cell can develop a tiny error, a mutation, specifically in that DNMT3A gene we mentioned.
Right, just one little glitch.
It's like one tiny cog in the machine suddenly has a glitch.
And what happens next is really a quiet cellular revolution. This single mutant cell, despite its tiny error, gains this remarkable advantage.
An advantage? How?
It starts to multiply faster than its healthy neighbors. It produces more of itself. And over time, it can gradually take over a significant portion of that blood-producing factory.
Wow.
This process, it has a name. Clonal hematopoiesis.
Clonal hematopoiesis. It sounds a bit like a hostile takeover in your bone marrow, doesn't it?
It kind of does, yeah.
But what's truly remarkable, you're saying, is that this often happens without you feeling a single symptom. It's entirely asymptomatic.
Very often, yes. And the sources tell us a notable percentage of older adults carry these kinds of mutant blood cells.
How notable are we talking?
Well, the figures vary, but the frequency definitely increases significantly with age. It's a prime example of the hidden nature of these internal changes that are, shaping our health without us even realizing it.
So we have this silent revolution happening in our blood, often without a whisper of a symptom. But if it's so quiet, why should we even care? I mean,
Well, this is where the story takes a really critical turn, because while it's hidden, clonal hematopoiesis is far from benign.
Okay.
It might start quietly, but it's not without consequence in the long run, not for everyone. If we connect this to the bigger picture of your health, these changes, they significantly raise your chance of developing serious conditions.
When you say serious conditions, how direct is this link? Is it just a slight increase in probability, or are we talking a truly significant leap in vulnerability for things that seem so far removed from blood cells?
It's a significant connection. Research points to a substantially higher chance of certain blood cancers, like leukemia.
Okay, that makes some sense. Blood cancer from blood stem cells.
Right. But perhaps even more surprisingly, and this is where the puzzle gets really interesting, it's also linked to a significantly increased risk of heart disease and even heart failure.
Heart disease from a blood stem cell mutation. How?
It's a connection. Scientists are still actively unraveling the exact mechanisms, but the evidence linking them is really compelling. It seems to involve inflammation, among other things.
That's profound. It's like finding a hidden switch that affects multiple, seemingly unrelated health areas. It makes me think of that analogy we found in the sources.
The weed in the garden one?
Yeah. Think of it like having a slowly growing weed in your garden. It might look harmless at first, but over time it can crowd out the healthy plants.
Exactly.
This isn't just some quirky part of getting older. It's a factor that can profoundly influence your future health trajectory by literally, well, pushing out the healthy cells.
Precisely. And it reinforces why understanding these microscopic processes is absolutely crucial. It connects these risks directly to potential future health concerns for you, the listener.
This silent revolution is clearly profound, but for us to truly grasp its impact, we need to zoom in on DNMT3A itself. What exactly is its normal job, and how does its malfunction create such a ripple effect?
Okay, so DNMT3A, it's a gene that encodes something called a DNA methyltransferase.
A DNA methyl. Okay, what does that do?
Think of it as a crucial molecular tool, an enzyme. Its core function is absolutely critical. It's involved in epigenetic regulation.
Epigenetic regulation. Can you unpack that a bit more for us? That sounds like a key concept here.
Absolutely. In simple terms, epigenetic regulation is kind of like the dimmer switch for our genes.
Okay, a dimmer switch. I like that.
It doesn't change the underlying DNA sequence itself, the A's, T's, C's, and G's, but it controls which parts of our DNA are switched on or off.
Right.
And this is particularly vital within those crucial stem cells, determining how they behave and specialize. When DNMT3A is mutated, this vital regulatory function gets disrupted.
So the dimmer switch breaks, maybe? Or
Yeah.
it gets stuck on for the wrong genes or off for the right ones.
Something like that, yeah.
And that's why these mutant stem cells start to grow unchecked and live longer than they should. They're not getting the right off signals, maybe?
Essentially, yes. They don't follow the normal rules of growth and death.
I found something really intriguing in the sources about how they managed to survive so well. It mentioned something about their energy production, their mitochondrial metabolism. Can you elaborate on that? That sounds fascinating.
You're right to pick up on that. This is where it gets really interesting biologically. These DNMT3A mutant cells actually have an enhanced mitochondrial metabolism.
Enhanced metabolism. So they make energy better.
In a way, yes.
Yeah.
Imagine if some cells suddenly figured out how to run on superfuel or, get triple the mileage from a tank of gas compared to their neighbors.
Oh, okay.
That's kind of what happens. These mutant cells generate energy in a remarkably more efficient or different way, giving them this powerful survival advantage over normal cells, especially as we age.
Wow.
It's a key reason they can outcompete and eventually dominate the blood-forming system.
Fascinating. It's almost like they figure out a cellular cheat code for energy production, giving them an unfair advantage in this sort of aging body.
That's a great way to put it, a cheat code.
And while DNMT3A is clearly a major player in this cellular competition, I understand that's not the only gene that can cause this. Clonal haematopoiesis, right?
Precisely. While DNMT3A is a really significant one, it's one of several genes involved. Other common players you hear about are TET2 and ASXL1. They all contribute to similar cellular advantages that drive this process.
Okay, so this all sounds a bit, daunting, like a hidden, slow-moving process that we might not be able to control. But here's where the story takes a truly exciting turn, maybe offers a glimmer of genuine hope. Can we actually do anything about this? Are there interventions on the horizon?
This is genuinely one of the most promising areas of research in aging science right now. It's moving fast.
Really?
Yeah. Recent findings, though, I should stress, they're mostly from animal models and preclinical studies so far.
Right, early stages.
Very early. But they suggest that these mutant cells can potentially be targeted, which is a massive leap forward conceptually.
And the particular player in this promising research is one many people might already know, metformin. I found that especially surprising, a diabetes drug.
Indeed. Metformin, a widely used, pretty common diabetes drug, has been found in these studies to directly target that very survival edge we just discussed.
How? How does it do that?
It appears to work by influencing the metabolism of these DNMT3A mutant stem cells. It seems to sort of disable their cellular cheat code for energy production, effectively leveling the playing field between the mutant cells and the normal ones, reducing their competitive advantage.
That's incredibly promising. A common existing drug potentially acting as a quiet guardian against these hidden changes. But, and this is a crucial caveat for you, the listener, you mentioned it, but it bears repeating.
Absolutely.
These findings are still in very early preclinical stages.
Yes, very much so. It's really important to manage expectations here. While the insights are profound, we are still some way off from having approved treatments specifically aimed at clonal haematopoiesis in humans. This is foundational science. It's paving the way.
Right. So it's definitely not something you should rush out and ask your doctor for today for this reason.
Correct.
But it's a powerful glimpse into future possibilities. It feels like the groundwork for a new frontier in managing age-related health is being laid. So what does this all mean when we step back and connect it to the bigger picture of aging science? This discovery really seems to tie together several profound insights, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. First, it highlights how even tiny genetic changes, these single mutations, can exert a profound long-term influence on our health trajectory. Second, it dramatically shows that aging isn't simply about gradual wear and tear, things just breaking down. Critically, it's also about which cells survive, thrive, and ultimately come to dominate our tissues over time.
It's a battle of cellular survival.
Exactly, a competition within us. And third, it hints at how metabolic treatments, like the potential use of metformin we discussed, might one day help us manage or even delay a whole host of age-related diseases by targeting these specific cellular changes.
Imagine a future, maybe it's far off, but
Right.
imagine a future where a routine blood test could spot these risky cells early on.
Yeah.
And maybe a daily pill, perhaps something like metformin or a derivative, might quietly keep them in check, preventing or delaying those future risks like heart disease or leukemia before they ever become a real problem.
That vision is still developing, of course. We're not there yet. But the foundational understanding, the biology, is being built right now.
It feels like our understanding of aging is becoming far more nuanced and maybe more importantly, more actionable.
I think so. It gives us a sense of potential agency over something that once felt entirely beyond our control, just an inevitable part of time passing.
So what does this all mean for you listening right now? It means your understanding of aging and your own health trajectory just got a lot deeper, potentially. It's no longer just about the visible signs, but these hidden cellular struggles happening within.
And importantly, it gives us hope that in the perhaps not too distant future, we may be able to take more precise control over the invisible changes that truly shape how we age.
So let's recap. While it's certainly not a household name, the DNMT3A gene truly holds vital clues to our body's age from the inside out.
A key player.
This hidden process, clonal haematopoiesis, while often benign initially, it raises really important questions about cancer risk and heart health as we get older. It shows us that even these tiny cellular changes can have really profound impacts down the road.
And the science is still rapidly evolving, which is the exciting part. Researchers are making really encouraging progress. And that gives us hope, I think, that we'll gain more and more control over these silent yet powerful cellular changes happening within us all.
Because it turns out that aging isn't just about time passing, is it? It's also about the hidden battles happening in our cells, these battles for dominance and survival.
Yeah.
And DNMT3A is right at the heart of that story, shaping your future in ways you probably never imagined before today.